So microbiology and biotechnology, for example, they are there's a thin line of differentiation between these two fields. Microbiology deals more in-depth study of microorganisms, but biotechnology is overall. Biotechnology deals more with tissue culturing. There's a lot of plant study or botanical studies in that. There's biostatistics, a lot of biostatistics in biotechnology. So biotechnology has various subsections that can be taken under consideration, but when it comes to microbiology, it's very specific. So you have so the basis of the whole field is the use of or the study of microorganisms. So we learn what we study exactly in microorganisms or the applications of these microorganisms. Either they can be used in different like fields, like medical fields. They can be used in discovering certain kind of studies and all of that. So it's application and the direct study, but it is very specific to only microorganisms.
Yeah. But at the same time, you mentioned that Ferguson College is one of the better colleges, not only in the city but in the country generally, and for microbiology in particular. So what exactly, could you walk us through what did they teach you day-to-day wise or semester-wise?
So the semester was, so we had 2 semesters per year, and every semester had a different area of microbiology that we used to touch base upon. So like for example, one semester we used to study, we had a portion or syllabus for virology and taxonomy, and then one semester, which was the second year of my masters, that was very important, was more towards cancer biology, how everything in cancer happens, the different diseases even. Then there was a little bit of a twist in the whole study where we had IPR, intellectual property rights. So we had a semester on that as well, where we had to study all these things. So why we were made to study all these things is because going forward, if we would conduct any research, it was very important that we understand what is copyright, what is trademark, what is patenting. So that's the reason we had this. So the entire semester, or both the years of masters and bachelors, of course, was divided into such things. So my favorite has always been genetics, and I've always been very interested, and more specifically how genetics or your entire hereditary and everything, transmission of genes, they play a role in lifestyle diseases, in development of lifestyle diseases. In fact, there was one professor who had come from university, and he had a guest lecture in our college, and he was I think his research was on diabetes and how these genetic parameters play a very important role in contributing to the disease. So I had decided that if I want to do PhD, I'd go for this specific topic, because this is something which is very important currently with the lifestyle that we all are living right now, and I think it's very interesting. So yeah, so my favorite is genetics and how it contributes to the lifestyle diseases. So CRISPR is basically gene editing, genome editing, and so the basis of CRISPR is when human genes are fused with one another to create something new. So I don't specifically know when it started, but all I know is that CRISPR is the basis of genome editing, and along with having advantages, so currently there is a lot of knowledge, or there's a lot of information on fusion of animal genes or plant genes, where we have these genetically modified crops and all these things. But something which is under a lot of debate and controversy is this is the fusion of human genes, because it's been observed, from what I've read in research papers, that people it's very bizarre if people try to fuse human cells into an animal model, trying to imbalance nature, which is not at all acceptable. So this is what I know about CRISPR. So it tends more towards the genome editing bit of it, and it's a technique, it's a molecular biology technique, and it enables scientists to fuse cells, animal cells, plant cells, as I said, to develop genetically modified organisms and plants. Yeah.
Okay. So before this question, I had asked you what is your favorite part of your course of study, right? So if I had to flip that question and ask you, what is what are some of the things, or what is the one thing that you didn't enjoy much, or that you outright disliked during your course of study? What would that be?
Intellectual property rights. I used to get so bored when we used to study that. Oh my god, like, because that was a lot of so it was about patenting. There was a lot of jurisdiction, and there was I don't even remember exactly. So we had all these ISO standards. What are the specifications, and we had to study all that.
So now you've done your bachelor's and master's in the exact same field. How much more did you learn, and how much was the difference between doing a bachelor's in the same field and rather than doing a master's?
So bachelor was very generic, to be honest. Bachelors had botany, which was plant studies. There was zoology, which was animal studies, and there was biostatistics, which was maths based, and there was chemistry. So bachelor's in microbiology has everything, so that we get an introduction to everything possible that we can explore further for our masters. But so yeah, and when it comes to masters, it's very specific to the field. As I told you, that it's only about microorganisms. It's what can we do in microorganisms, and what are the derivations or what are the applications that we can use microorganisms for.